Every morning and every evening, it feels simple. You reach for the bag, you hear that soft rattle, you fill the bowl. To you, it's care, routine, a quiet act of love. But in your cat's mind, something very different is happening. In fact, your cat does not believe you are feeding them at all. And once you see what they believe instead, it changes everything about that little bowl on the floor. Stay with me, because this small shift can quietly repair trust, reduce stress, and bring back a kind of calm confidence in your cat you may not have seen in years. Here's the promise. By the end of this, you'll understand the role your cat has given you, why some feeding habits quietly create frustration, and what your cat thinks is really happening each time you open that can or scoop that food. And it's not what most people assume. To understand this, we have to step into your world, not the living room, not the kitchen, but the older world, the one their brain still lives in. Because your cat's mind hasn't really changed in thousands of years. It still runs on the same quiet rules. First, the role your cat has assigned to you. This is where most people get it wrong. We often think, I take care of my cat, I provide the food. But your cat doesn't think in those terms. They don't see a provider, they see a partner. In their world, they are not waiting for gifts, they are watching for results. So when you walk toward the kitchen, your cat isn't thinking, here comes my kind human. Instead, something older switches on, a quiet, instinctive pattern. To them, you are the one who leaves the territory, enters the unknown, and returns with food. You are not the feeder, you are the retriever, the larger hunter, the one assigned to bring something back. And when you place that bowl down, your cat isn't just eating, they are confirming something. They are thinking, in their own way, yes, the system is working. This matters more than it sounds, because this moment is not just about food, it's about trust in the partnership. And here's where a quiet mistake can begin. If the food appears too easily, without any sense of effort, timing, or pattern, your cat's brain can start to read that differently. Not as kindness, but as inconsistency. And over time, that can look like restlessness, demanding behavior, or even small signs of irritation. Not because your cat is difficult, but because in their mind, something about the partnership feels off. Now there's a second piece, and it's one many people miss entirely. It shows up in a very familiar way. Your cat asks for food. You walk over, the bowl is still half full, and you think, why are you asking? There's still food there. This is where it gets subtle, because to your cat, that bowl may not feel usable anymore. A cat's whiskers are not just hair, they are deeply sensitive. They pick up tiny movements, changes in space, even the feeling of pressure. When a bowl is deep or narrow, those whiskers press against the sides again and again. It's not dramatic, but it's constant. And after a while, the brain starts to say, this doesn't feel right. So your cat eats the center where it's easiest and leaves the edges, not because they're full, but because it becomes uncomfortable to continue. And then they come to you, asking again, not for more food, but for a better way to access it. There's also something else happening quietly here. When a cat lowers their head deep into a bowl, their view disappears. In the wild, eating is a vulnerable moment. They prefer open space, flat ground, the ability to look around. So when the food is placed in a way that limits that awareness, even slightly, it can create a low level of unease. It's not fear, just a feeling that something isn't quite right. And over time, these small moments add up. This is one of those hidden things. It looks like picky eating, but it's often discomfort or uncertainty. Now let's talk about something many caring owners do with the best intentions. leaving food out all day. It feels generous, comforting, like you're making sure your cat is never hungry. But in your cat's inner world, this changes something important. Cats are built around a simple sequence: hunt, catch, eat, then rest. It's a loop, and each part supports the next. When food is always there, that loop quietly breaks. There's no beginning, no clear event, no sense of completion. The food becomes background. And without that small cycle, your cat's day can start to feel flat. You may notice less interest, less engagement, sometimes even odd behaviors like over-grooming or restlessness, not because something is wrong with your cat, but because something is missing from their pattern. Even time itself feels different to them. Cats don't read clocks, they read change, events, smells fading and returning. When the bowl is always full, nothing changes, and the environment can feel still. This is one of those quiet truths. Too much availability can remove meaning, not intentionally, but gradually. So how do we gently bring things back into balance? Not with big changes, just small, thoughtful ones. Before a meal, take a few minutes. Use a simple toy. Move it slowly at first, then let it dart, pause, and hide. Let your cat follow, let them focus, and then let them catch it. That moment matters because now the brain has completed something. There's a beginning and an end. Then place the food down on something shallow, open, easy to access, and step back. What you may notice is subtle but meaningful: a calmer approach, a more complete meal, and afterward, a sense of rest. This is the pattern your cat understands, not feeding as a standalone act, but feeding as the final step of something earned. And here's a gentle reminder: you don't have to do this perfectly. You don't have to change everything overnight. Even small shifts once a day can begin to restore that rhythm. Because to your cat, this isn't about food alone. It's about a shared role, a quiet agreement, a feeling that the world makes sense. Before we finish, let me ask you something simple. Have you ever noticed your cat becoming especially calm after a certain kind of play followed by a meal? Or maybe a little more settled at night after a more intentional routine? If you've seen that, even once, you've already seen this working. If you feel like sharing, tell me what your cat does after they eat. Some cats wander off quietly, some groom, some sit nearby, just a little closer than usual. Those small moments say a lot, and they often tell us when we're getting it right. Because in your cat's world, a meal is never just a meal. It's a signal, a rhythm, a shared experience. And when that rhythm feels right, your cat doesn't just feel fed, they feel at home.